Hey everyone! Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in! Hope you guys are all doing good today. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Geb, thank you so much for being first. Brianna Brown, hey. Luke, hello.
Oh my god, Hero Style, hi!
And Timbid, it is Ace Attorney Day. Well, the first of two this week. Hello.
Let's go.
Gardly Guard, thank you so much for 13 months in the Superstar Sub Club. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for continuing to produce me. Ryodu-san. I can't believe Miles Edgeworth came out today. Can everyone say congratulations to Miles Edgeworth, who has come out today, September 6th, 2024. And welcome in. Aaron, thank you so much for stopping by the stream. It's good to see you. I'm happy to have you here today. And Lastiel, hello. And Blue Moss, hiya, hey. Congratulations, Miles Edgeworth. Congratulations. So, today, welcome in, Tasteinvo. Can we give Tasteinvo a warm welcome for being new here in the chat? So today, as of this stream, Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations Collection has officially launched worldwide on, I don't know, like Switch, PS4, Xbox, and Steam. And I'm so excited to celebrate the launch date with you guys. We're going to be playing more of the first case from the first game. And for those of you that didn't know, a lot of people were actually telling me I didn't know that this was coming out. So first off, congratulations, Edgeworth has released today. Thank you for following and joining the Konstellations. For anyone that is interested, the first Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations game released on the Nintendo DS in Japan and the States, but the second one never got localized. So this is a big deal because for many years, a lot of Ace Attorney fans were begging for this game to get an official release, and we kind of never thought that it would happen. And here it is today. So pretty much as of this one, I think almost every Ace Attorney game except for Layton vs. Wright should be available now, and easy access for most modern consoles. So that's really awesome. I'm super happy, especially because these games go on sale so often. You always see people talking about a sale for the Phoenix Trilogy, for the Great Ace Attorney, and soon to be the Apollo Trilogy, which also is kind of crazy that we got the Apollo Justice Trilogy and the Edgeworth Duology in the same year. Can you guys believe that? Like, I'm a relatively new Ace Attorney fan, but Ace Attorney fans have been starved for almost half a decade, and the fact that we get to play a game that never got localized now is so awesome. I'm so happy. Of course, this is not sponsored. I wish I was sponsored by Capcom, but I'm not. And as a fan, I would say that if you have the means to, please pick up this duology, because usually the first month of sales really shows the company that people are interested in this franchise. We want to see more new Ace Attorney games. I'm still blind. I have not played any of these games, but I know that there are people that have. And so a lot of people want new games in general. So, you know, if you buy the game, it may not necessarily signify like, whoa, if this game sells X amount of units, we'll get a new Ace Attorney. But usually if a company sees that there's a huge interest in this game, that means that they'll, you know, would want to work on more new ones. And everyone wins in that case, right? But from what I've also heard, the second game in this duology is supposed to be some of the peak of the Ace Attorney franchise. And I'm excited because the other game that people have said is like the best in the series really is the best in the series. The Great Ace Attorney was really good. So I'm excited to play these Edgeworth games. This is the Edgeworth wedding ceremony. Who knows? I do not know what we're going to be encountering today. I know some of the characters that show up, but I don't know when they come into the plot. So I'm really excited, especially because there's a character that I've never met that I'm really pumped to meet because I think he's a little bit... welcome in Ditsanel and welcome in Aru. Hope you enjoy Investigations. Can we get a show of hands? How many people here have played the first Ace Attorney Investigations game? And how many people this is going to be their first time experiencing it with me? I'm super interested. Please check in, let me know. First timer. So I just want to check some settings really fast to make sure. Because there is supposed to be, with the release of this game, I pre-ordered it, and there's supposed to be a thing where, okay, cool. Cool, so there should be I don't know if this is going to be the one. I am going to be using the arranged soundtrack, but there's supposed to be a pre-order bonus where in the second game, you get like a set of arranged BGM tracks that are really, really, really good, and I really want that for my playthrough of the second game. For anyone else that has not been in the loop for the release of this game, so of course you get both Edgeworth games. You can actually select if you want to have like hand-drawn like little, you know, port sprites like this, or if you want the OG DS sprites like that. Both styles are available. We are going to be playing with the new style like this because it's just so cute having this like chibi, not chibi Edgeworth with us. Of course, we're going to be playing in English. First time. Aaron, this is your first time? I actually don't know how much of Ace Attorney you played then. I played the first game, second game, no. Okay, so Aru is gonna have a good time then, because I've heard the second game is really, 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 really good. So that's gonna be exciting. And I know Kiro has played both games. He's gonna be streaming it as well, and he's actually gonna be going at a much faster pace than I am. So if you guys are interested in checking out another playthrough of this series, please make sure you check out my best friend Kiro Style, who's also a major Ace Attorney fan, and the basis of our best friendship started with Ace Attorney. So he's going to be going a lot faster than me. Obviously, I'm going to go slow because I'm stupid and because I have to give everyone a voice because I'm that extra. And also the game plan is I'm going to try my best to finish the case today because it's the first case, so it should be a tutorial, not too long. And if I finish too early, I might get started with the second case. But tomorrow, because we are still in the middle of our Dual Destinies playthrough, tomorrow we're going to be continuing with Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. We're going to finish up Dual Destinies as soon as we can, and then once we finish Dual Destinies, we will come back to the Edgeworth games, because I need to play these. I need to inject these in my veins right now! I've played the first game. Okay, so we have some people that have played the first game, but some people that have not played the second. So that's going to be so exciting. So I have a funny relationship with Edgeworth in the sense that when I came into Ace Attorney, I was like, I'm not going to care for Edgeworth. I don't like Tsundere's. I hate his hairstyle. This is not a character that I'm going to go hard for. And then I played Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney 1. And I was like, oh, okay, so there's some depth to this character. I see why people are interested in this character. And then I played Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations, the third game. And that section, there's a section in that game where we play as Edgeworth and we read his inner thoughts. And after I played that case, I get it now. I see the light. I get why people are insane for this man. And we played the demo for this game about 2 weeks ago, and I get it even more. This man is so entertaining. This man is like just taking yaoi pills straight from the source. Unfiltered, unsourced, like it's 100% pure organic because it's at its rawest, you know? I'm so excited to play this game. I played both, had to play the fan translation like 10 years ago. So yes, we are going to be playing the localization for Edgeworth 2 later on. Of course, I know that it's kind of a point of contention that some people were a little bit disappointed that the names for some of the characters were changed from the fan translation. I, of course, am not a big fan of conflict or anything like that, so I kindly ask anyone that, you know, might have some sour feelings about that to, you know, be civil about it and just enjoy the game as it is, especially because I'm completely blind and I really don't know anything besides Sebastian the Best. Yeah, now I see what old bags are. My other rule of thumb, because we are starting a new game, I kindly ask you guys to please respect my rules. I like to play, especially story games like this, completely blind. I don't want to know any details about the story. I don't want to get backseated. I know that I'm not smart, and I know that I might do some things that are going to be extremely frustrating. I beg you guys to just bear with it. And I know that some people are going to be very, very, very eager to share but please just let's have fun together and let's have a chill time. So please, no backseating, no plot speculation that might ruin a reveal for me, no like fun fact dropping or anything. Like I'll find out on my own. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. And choosing to share, especially for the first timers, for choosing to share your experience with me. So really quickly, I just want to see what they have in the gallery here. This gallery section contains spoilers. Okay. Stop! Stop! This little like Octopath Traveler style Edgeworth drinking his tea by his desk? Stop. Can we also get an audio check? Can you guys let me know if any volume stuff needs to be turned up or down? Let me see what I had set here for my game settings, because it feels a little bit quiet on me. Think of the poor SD card with all... Oh, do I have room for my photos? Do I have room for my photos? I have 10,000 screenshots, and I already have 1,000 in Apollo? If I run out of screenshot space again, I might have to take some from the Fire Emblem Engage vault. I can't remove my screenshots from this game. I can't remove them. These are memories. The audio is good? Okay, good. So I won't look into the gallery then. So I guess what we'll do then is we'll go ahead and look at the gallery at the... Gummy! Gummy! We'll look at the gallery at the end of at the end of Edgeworth 1, and then we will look at the end of the gallery at the end of Edgeworth 2. I might bring Kieran over again so we can talk more about the development of these games, because there might be some development blogs, which would be really fun to read as well. Character compendium. Okay, so these don't unlock. Okay, cool. We have to look at least at this for now, right? Right? It looks like there's no notes, though. That's unfortunate. The Great Ace Attorney had, like, character designer notes. But you can zoom in pretty far for these ones. Oh, look at his smug little pose. He's so cute. That's baby girl. And look at his OG outfit. Look, that's baby girl. That's our mans. Mitsurugi. Not the like zoom in on his like his stress marks. Bald Edgeworth! They stripped him of his antenna! Look, he looks like a bartender here.
Welcome to the bar. What will you be having today?
You. You're cute when you're wearing glasses, thank you. Welcome in, Tsuki. Bartender Edgeworth, I'm saying. Okay, no more. Okay, I need to show you guys though, if they have it here. If they have... We need the new OSTs. No, that's the orchestra one. I don't want that one. I want the... So that's cool that they have the orchestra stuff, but I really want the arranged tracks. Alright, I guess we'll have to get them later. But anyways. There's gonna be a lot of screaming. Please bear with it. You know me. I'm gay. Okay, so we are continuing episode 1, Turnabout Visitor. So let's resume. Let's do this. Fairy Hotel, thank you for following and joining the Konstellations. Welcome in. I also did not eat my dinner yet, so I might just eat some later.
March 14th, 4:18 a.m. Prosecutor's building, 12th floor hallway.
What is it with that prosecutor? I can't believe how rude he was. It was unbelievable.
Please maintain your professionalism, detective.
I'm gonna find some real solid evidence proving Maggie's innocence. You'll see, sir.
But we've been kicked out of the crime scene, sir.
True. So then, what now?
Welcome in, Barry Hotel. Can we give Barry Hotel a warm welcome for being new here in the chat? I'm a huge Ace Attorney fan, so I'm excited to watch you play this first case. I'm excited too!
Looks like my life's fallen into yet another gigantic ditch.
Do not despair, Miss Bird. We can overcome this as well. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway.
Eh? Really, sir?
For example, this hallway. The linchpin of his argument against Miss Bird is related to the master key. In that case, this hallway is the perfect place to look for more information regarding the mystery surrounding my door.
Yes, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, you look rather intrigued by something. Care to share?
Oh, it's nothing. But I noticed that Mr. Portsman calls his partner Jim. And the detective in that Sunday night drama, All My Cops, is named Jim too. I bet one of them's a big fan of that show.
You seem to know a little something about it yourself. I take it you watch it too.
Of course. The tight bond of friendship between prosecutor and detective is great, sir.
Friendship. That's what they call it.
Ah, but it's nothing compared to the super strong friendship we have.
Friendship, detective. I think you're mistaking it with pity.
How can you say that, sir? And after all we've been through, too.
No, not the achievement!
About Miss Bird.
No way she's the killer! Please don't tell me you buy into that accusation, sir.
Rest assured, I think she's innocent. However, I need to ask her a few things regarding her security guard position.
Well, if you're only asking, that's okay. Just stand next to her and press the A button. Then you two can talk about whatever topic you pick. When you want to ask her about evidence, all you have to do is present it to her with the X button. After you choose what to show her, press the X button again, and off you two go. I recommend showing different people different things. You'd be surprised by what they say.
Thank you for the explanation, though I don't recall asking for one.
Oh, just so you know, sir, you can show me evidence in the same way, too.
I do believe it's time to get down to business and ask some questions of Miss Bird.
Ignored again.
Okay, so context for people that missed the first stream. So we are in Edgeworth's office. It was like 1 a.m. and there was another prosecutor, or there was another detective that was murdered inside of his office. But no one has a key into any of the prosecutor's office except for the prosecutor and like the security guard that's on the premises. And there was another prosecutor that came in and was freaking out because his partner got killed. But the signs point that he was probably the killer. So it's very much like a first case where like they show you the answers a little bit early and you try to, you know, figure things out yourself and how to play the game.
Your prosecutor's badge is really tiny compared to my police badge. Oh, but it's really cool, sir. Much, much cooler than my badge could ever be.
There's no need to suck up to me, detective.
I'm just a lowly detective, so I'm not sure what I should do with that other than to arrest it.
Is that the only talent you have? No, wait.
The victim's gun, huh? It's the same model as mine.
A tool used to protect lives, and one that can also take lives away. Those who take a gun in hand wield a great responsibility. I hope you understand that.
Welcome in, mistaken introvert. Thank you for following.
I don't really use my gun at all, sir. The only time I would use this baby is when I'm fighting a hot duel with a hot convict to look ultra cool.
You were doing so well until that last bit.
I had no idea you had one of these things. I mean, I thought I knew everything there is to know about you, Mr. Edgeworth. I feel like I caught a glimpse of the hidden side of Miles Edgeworth.
There's a great deal you don't know about me. About my preferences towards men. At least I hope so. I don't come across as gay to other people, do I?
I'm just a lowly detective, so...
I was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit concerning this case.
I've always been a big fan of the courtroom, but this is like a dream! A dream where I'm being cross-examined by the Miles Edgeworth!
I can't let this chance pass me by. I must remember to ask her about the master key. I should jog her memory by showing my notes to her with the X button.
That's a prosecutor's badge, isn't it? It proves that you're really a prosecutor.
Welcome in, Misaki. Hope you're doing well today.
Interesting. Despite all appearances, she seems to know more than Gumshoe.
Oh, with that badge, even I could be a professional prosecutor. Sir, may I please try that on? Just for a little bit?
I don't think that would be a very good idea. Do you?
I guess not.
On second thought, they're actually very different and they'll never be a perfect match for each other. It's never going to work out because Gumshoe belongs with Kieran, but also belongs with me, and also we belong with Kieran and Phoenix, and we're all together a polycule. So when did you discover that the master key was missing?
Doing well. Hope you're doing well also. I am. Happy Edgeworth Coming Out Day.
By the time I realized it, I think it was around 1 a.m., sir. Then I noticed it was back around 2:30 a.m. It was just sitting there on the ledge when the security room's reception window is.
Looks at the lines. Yeah, I'm just reading the script as it is.
But I'm sure that between those two times is when it was not just gone, but stolen, sir.
Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place?
Oh, it's not like that, sir. We always keep the key further inside the room, away from the window.
Always, you say? Except for this time, correct?
Well, I admit it was a bit careless, but I had my reasons. I left it out because I was sort of using it at the time. It was after I used it that I left it sitting out on the ledge.
She used the master key? Miss Maggie Bird, correct? I take it that you are an acquaintance of the detective.
She was under my supervision back when she was still on the force, sir. One day she got caught up in a murder, and this really hot and sexy beefy lawyer kind of defended her in court. and things started to go downhill, so she quit after that.
But I owe a lot to Detective Gumshoe for introducing me to my current employer. Or so I thought until a few hours ago. Right before I was about to clock out for the night.
You got caught up in this whirlwind of a case, correct?
Don't worry. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment.
Girl, wait, you should be dead. Isn't, like, I don't like horror movies, but isn't that like a plot point in, like, what's that one movie, Hereditary? Isn't that like a thing? Like someone jumps from like the 9th floor of their building and then they like die?
I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and now I've even managed to be named a criminal just when I become a security guard.
She's not even gonna acknowledge that her fiance got killed.
That's a lot to go through in one lifetime.
Oh, I know! And just when I thought I had finally found my happiness, I wind up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck.
This is Ace Attorney. People are naturally built to withstand strong things unless they're... It's true. Everyone is heavy duty and they're all bricks, but they're also rectangles. They're just straight rectangles. Their bodies, they're big and beefy and they're rectangular.
I will solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask in return is your cooperation.
Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth. You can count on me. I'll do all I can to help.
Have you ever met the victim before?
Well, I've seen him a couple times before when I had to go to Mr. Portsman's office. Mr. Faith was always playing basketball with Mr. Portsman, sir.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Just once I'd love to play with them. You ever heard of an anime called Kuroko's Basketball?
It sounds fun, but the only person ever taking a shot was Mr. Portsman. All Mr. Faith ever did was pass him the basketball, sir.
On second thought, I don't think I would have fit it all in well with them.
What did you mean by you used the master key?
Oh, I had to use it to open the door for this prosecutor who'd forgotten his key.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Maybe Bird is a Slam Dunk fan. You're so right.
I mean, it's my job as a security guard, right?
What is it?
That's right! I just remembered! Slam Dunk! It's an even better old school anime! They even had a movie recently, but the prosecutor who also forgot his key... It was Mr. Portsman, sir!
What? Please tell me more, Miss Bird, quickly!
Well, it was around 12 a.m. Mr. Portsman had forgotten his office key, so he came down to security, sir.
And that's when you loaned the master key to him?
No way! It's against regulations to loan the master key out to anyone! I walked with Mr. Portsman to his office and opened the door for him personally, sir.
I see.
And then? What happened after that?
Well, he called for me to come up close his office as he was leaving to go home. That was around 1:30 a.m., I think.
So in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice tonight.
Talk about suspicious!
I doubt you can say that you've never left your keys at home, Detective. I think this calls for a thorough examination of Mr. Portsman's door.
All right, let me go save my game really fast. I'm also gonna have a bite of my dinner as well. I literally got out of work and then I drove to go pick up dinner. And then by the time I got home, it was like almost time to start stream. I didn't have time to do anything. I don't understand how prosecutors have the energy to solve the case at 2 a.m. This is Miles Edgeworth. He's not just any prosecutor. He's a prosecutor and a homosexual. You're forgetting the most key part of this. He goes the extra miles. Exactly. I find it so wild that there are people. I woke up this morning and I've been seeing non-stop people posting screenshots of the second game, like farther in the game, to show like what they've said with some of the script for some characters. And I'm just like, how, like, I guess you could just choose which case you want to start with, but like, that's crazy that people are already going that far in, because they just really want to see how like the localization is handled. Some of like apparently there's like iconic, like not just names, but also iconic lines from the translation as well, the fan translation. And now like, I don't know, people are, apparently there's like some tongue-in-cheek references to the fan translation in the localization. It's interesting. It's interesting. But I just really hope I don't get spoiled on it. That's my biggest beef about Twitter, is that I need to finish a game fast because I will get spoiled on it otherwise. Miles Edgeworth has the stamina. Jojo, thank you so much for the raid. Hiya, hey, welcome in, gamers. If you guys are new here, sorry, you got me while I'm eating. It's nice to meet you all. My name is Kieran. I'm a magical boy idol VTuber, as well as a queer Filipino-American voice actor for animation, anime, and video games. Welcome in, Jojo. Welcome in, Nation. Welcome in, Wild Evil Woman. Welcome in, Lazuriel. Hope you guys had a great stream. We are currently playing Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations because today is the release date. That is right. Everyone say congratulations. Edgeworth has come out today. Woohoo! How was your stream? What were you up to? What's going on? Can I copy your URL? It's a lot to type. My managers aren't here. There we go. What were you doing? You were drawing.
Oh god, okay.
That looks like drawing for sure.
I'm very not say so, lol. Apparently I have a lot of Riz. You do have a lot of Riz though. Or so Sojo says. I think you have a lot of Riz. And I'm being carried right now. I'm being totally princess carried. And that's
I think I have a lot of Riz too.
I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best to do my best.
But thank you guys so much for the raid. If you need to run, it's no problem whatsoever. Make sure you go ahead and treat yourself right. Go drink some water. Give yourself a nice stretchy. And don't forget to take your meds if you need to before bed. Otherwise, if you want to hang out, I would love to have you guys today. You guys are watching Iron Chef Japan? Wait, what? You're watching Iron Chef on stream? That sounds pretty lit. But yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Otherwise, if you need to go, we're going to be playing some more Ace Attorney Investigations. All right, also, my mods aren't here, so if someone could give me a reminder at 7:55, just say 7:55 and I'll know exactly what you mean, okay? If you know, you know. If you don't, then you'll find out.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. "1202. These four numbers on a number plate alone proclaim this to be my office."
You could have just said, "This is my office."
Whoops. Hey, the number plate's light around and out, sir.
They have to be able to take the plate off when a room becomes vacant, you know? Although, the idea that it can be swapped so easily removed is kind of...
Is that what it was? He swapped the plates so that we can get into Edgeworth's room?
I don't see any signs of forced entry.
And according to the guard, no signs that the lock was picked either, sir.
Meaning that the door really was opened with a key. Did you happen to ask if any prints were lifted from the doorknob?
Apparently the doorknob's clean as a whistle. Wiped, do they think?
Whoever this thief is, they did a good job of not leaving any clues behind.
If the Ace Attorney anime had another season, I'd love to hear your voices in. I would love the Ace Attorney anime to get another season, but they already have a cast for him. I wouldn't want to take that role from him. It's also like done in Texas, so like I wouldn't be able to.
A minimalist yet classy door made of top quality wood. It's sturdily made, making it near impossible to break it by force.
It's almost majestic, sir. I wish I could be as stately as this door.
Only Gumshoe would praise a door as something greater than himself. Being a detective has its own rewards, and a certain virtuous value, I think. If you live up to your full potential, there's a poignant trait that anyone can admire.
I see. So you're saying, sir, that me being me is the best thing I can do for everyone?
Right.
That long pause wasn't exactly reassuring, sir.
Oh, Gummy! I'm so happy we have Gumshoe with us. Do you know how exhausting it is not having Gumshoe be our detective in Dual Destinies? I have to deal with Simon Fulbright, with Bobby Fulbright, and just makes me so, it drives me so mad that Gummy's not with us. Are himbos aware? Simon Fulbright? I mean, they're married, so... Bobby Blackwell! Simon Fulbright Blackwell. They fear Gumshoe's power and had to seal him away. Also, welcome in, Fate.
A well-crafted, high-quality sofa for visitors. The stitching is excellent.
Talk about a luxury waiting area. These babies are also great for napping, you know.
You would sleep even out here, Detective? In a hallway?
Whenever I do, I always wind up dreaming about giving testimony on the stand. But it always ends the same way. Me getting trounced by a lawyer. Isn't that awful?
Welcome in, Princess Emily.
Maybe I should give it a try sometime. To envision winning myself winning, naturally.
He's such a dork! Ah, he's so cute! I get it, I get it, I get it.
Isn't that the Missing Zero series file, sir?
No doubt about it. The bloody letters mark it clear as day. There seems to be a few pages missing.
They're so cute, they're relationship goals.
Our thief took only what was necessary and left the rest behind.
So what are these O files about, sir? I guess they've got something worth stealing in them, huh?
Not particularly. It's just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine.
Oh?
They belonged to the high prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. I have my reasons, but let's just say I was charged with keeping them as they were.
Then that means the thief must have also wanted the file for a specific reason, right?
It would seem so. Only the pages related to that case from 10 years ago are missing.
I wonder why anyone would care about such an old case.
Are we not gonna take it with us?
I bet the thieves. Not under here.
I guess there isn't enough space for anyone to hide under there anyways, unless you're Mariah Carey in a skinny legend. I mean, if someone could contort themselves to fit, I'd be really impressed.
Sounds to me like somebody has already tried becoming a skinny legend at least once before.
I would never want Gummy to be a skinny legend. I need him at his full roast beef.
What is a basketball doing here?
That's Mr. Portsman's prized possession, sir. I heard he even plays soccer, dodgeball, and even tennis.
Not a single one of those sports is suitable to be played in a hallway.
Can you imagine Edgeworth in like a basketball uniform? Like a sort of Kuroko no Basuke slam dunk Edgeworth? Oh no. No, 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 no. Pearl, hiding under the sofa?
I don't even know how I'm here.
Is everything all right?
Yes, sir. If you must know, I weighed myself this morning and I'm finally at 154 pounds.
Congratulations. But I was asking about this hallway and this room.
Oh, everything's okay, sir.
A word of advice. Stay focused, or you may start to lose even more weight.
It looks like you're in quite the pinch, Mr. Edgeworth.
To be sure, a murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no trifling matter. We must find, apprehend, and punish the killer accordingly post-haste.
Ooh, sounds like a messy case you've got on your hands. You ever feel lost or need some advice? My door's always open.
How gracious. I will keep your offer in mind. Who is this guy again?
Wait, it's so funny hearing Edgeworth talk casually in his inner thoughts.
What is a basketball hoop doing here?
Hey, didn't this used to be just outside next to the building a long time ago?
So when and why was it moved indoors?
I don't remember exactly, but I saw one of the officers drag it up here recently. Drag it? I heard that it wouldn't fit in the elevator, so the poor guy had to bring it himself.
All the way up to the 12th floor? Room 1203. I take it that this is Mr. Portsman's office.
Yeah, you can't mistake it because of that basketball hoop, sir. Oh, that reminds me. Mr. Portsman had actually wanted room 1202 really badly. But since you were already occupying it, Mr. Edgeworth, we put him next door, sir.
So why was Mr. Portsman so particular about getting room 1202?
I'm not sure, but I bet it's because of something like his birthday's December 2nd.
Yup, that's gotta be it. I can't think of another reason why.
I can think of at least 3. Why am I even wasting my time thinking about this? The door is locked tight.
I bet the old credit card trick wouldn't work here, Mr. Edgeworth.
This is the office of a high prosecutor detective. These doors would be pretty ineffective if the average cat burglar could get through them.
Ha ha! So I guess only a great cat burglar could get in. That must be who our culprit is.
Might I advise you return to that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from?
He's so... Oh my god.
A minimalist yet classy door made of top quality wood.
It's kinda majestic too. Fits in really well with the ambiance of the prosecutor's office. Even Mr. Portsman seemed dignified just because he works behind one of these.
Nonsense. A man doesn't become more or less dignified because of where he works.
Well, he still seems more dignified than Mr. Payne.
Mr. Payne. I suppose custodial work can also be dignified.
Edgeworth, you're so shady!
There's nothing of interest here.
It's Mr. Portsman's personal basketball hoop.
I can't believe he put something like this in the hallway of a prosecutor's office.
But you know, it's actually pretty useful, sir. I haven't gotten lost trying to get to your office since it's been here.
How long have I had the same office, and yet you still manage to get lost?
Their little running animation's so cute. Look at the physics of his, like, the bottom of his jacket. It looks so flowy. Nation Gamers, thank you so much for following and joining the Konstellations. Welcome in. They have a height difference.
I was wondering about the investigation.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. Let a real seasoned pro teach you how it's done.
A real seasoned pro? Of instant noodle cuisine, perhaps.
You know you can always check out the really important spots in more detail, right?
Yes.
And if the area's too big, you can always use the R button to take a look around. Oh, but don't worry, sir. The R button command or the R stick command will only show up if you need it.
I knew that as well.
And when you think there's a contradiction or something unusual, try deduction. First, you'll line up your cursor with a suspicious-looking area. Then press the X button and choose your poison. I mean evidence. When you've settled on a place or a piece, you gotta present it with the X button again.
I'm pretty sure I knew that as well, detective.
Well, if you can remember all that, then welcome to the world of pros. I dub you Ace Investigator. Class dismissed.
And all I wanted was an update about the investigation.
Edgeworth is having the worst day of his life. I'm so happy. The culprit rearranged my files twice, once before and once after the murder. Why? The master key was stolen between 1 and 2:30.
Miss Bird, I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story.
Pokemon Ash Frost.
What? No way, pal. I mean, sir.
Do not say that phrase. You said that you locked up Mr. Portsman's office at around 1:30 a.m., correct? However, the master key had already been stolen at another time.
Wow. Nothing gets by you, Mr. Edgeworth. You saw that contradiction like a pro. I had totally forgotten about that, but thanks to you, I remember it now. You're right. It was around that very time that I realized the master key was missing.
And?
Well, I'm a security guard, sir. I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I? So I pretended to lock up his room.
You pretended.
Looks up Ace Attorney Sport, and the first thing is a sweating phoenix and a judo. Wait, hold on. Good. Did you guys know that Miles Edgeworth canonically has a photo of Phoenix Wright shirtless with a towel around his neck? It's like from an official art piece.
Yeah, I used my house key and made it look like I was locking it up, sir.
So in actuality, you never did re-lock the door then?
Well, I thought that maybe I could go lock it after I found the key. Come to think of it, I guess the door still hasn't been locked properly.
I would like to see it. Let me see if I can find it really fast. I have to be careful because it's almost time. So here's the full artwork. Oh, wait, that's not it. Wait, where did it get saved to? Oh, is it not saving because it's like not a JPEG? Open the image in a new tab. Oh. Thank you. Thank you. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. I'll be fast. Okay, so here is the Edgeworth Valentine's. Here's him making chocolates. And if you look really closely, it's Phoenix shirtless, sweaty, with a towel on his neck. There you go. The more you know. Congratulations to the world's first homosexual, Miles Edgeworth. Yeah, it's on Valentine's art where he's making chocolates for Phoenix. Is there like more logic that I can do? Files in disarray. The culprit rearranged my files twice, once before and once after the murder. Why? Other than the victim's gun that I found, could there be another gun in play here? Okay, hold on. Give me a minute, okay, guys? Okay. So it looks like I can deduce. Oh man, that's interesting. So, this game really feels like a point-and-click adventure. Like, yes, there's still yapping and it's a visual novel, but like the exploration, the running around, the talking and presenting pieces that you have in your inventory, it's such like point-and-click adventure core. Let me save my game. Eureka!
There's a contradiction here between the reality and the evidence. If what Miss Bird has said is true, then why is this door locked tight?
Huh? You know, you're right.
Miss Bird, are you sure you didn't relock this door?
I'm certain of it, sir. And I don't think Mr. Boardsman noticed it himself that he hadn't.
Which means, what, sir?
It either means that he actually does have the key to his office, or that the door Miss Bird opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one.
She opened a different door, but how can you prove that?
There's an easy way to find out. All we need to do is... we need to examine these. The prints on the number plate. They will tell us all we need to know.
Gotta go. It was a pleasure to meet you. Seeing your stream. Hopefully next time I'll be able to stay for a bit longer. No problem. Don't ever apologize for stuff like that, okay? Thank you so much for stopping by, Nation Gamer. I hope you have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you again sometime soon.
Everything? Really? Like what, sir?
Like, well, for example, and such as, well, we know for sure that Detective Gumshoe's dinner will only consist of instant noodles. Wow! That was amazing, sir! How'd you know?
Was that supposed to be a joke to cheer me up, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, that's it. Now then, we should get back to doing what we need to do, and that is...
Oh, it's not the number plate?
If we examine the fingerprints on the master key...
Well, if that's what you want to examine, sir, that was the very first thing we did. I can tell you that we didn't find any prints other than Maggie's.
Third time's the charm.
The prints on the doorknob will tell us everything.
Hey, you! Yeah, you, pal! Do us a favor and see what you can lift from this, okay? So, what did you find out?
There's no need for such belligerent nostril flaring, detective.
Sir, I found only that Mr. Portsman's and Mr. Fate's prints are on this doorknob.
So only two people's prints were found on this, huh? That is pretty decisive.
Huh? I'm lost, sir.
Thinking logically, a certain other person's prints should be on this doorknob as well. Now then, whose prints should also be on this doorknob?
Take that! Take that!
Don't you find it odd that the prints of the person who unlocked this door are absent?
You mean?
Yes. The door that Miss Bird opened could not have been this one, but a different one. What have we here? I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Is this basketball property of Mr. Portsman?
Yes,
Yes, sir. He's always ready for a match.
basketball, soccer, dodgeball, tennis. It doesn't matter what sport it is, he's game. Although I think it'd be a little hard to play tennis with this ball.
That isn't the point you should be focusing on, Detective.
You're right, sir. Now I know what I should be focusing on. Bad Mr. Portsman. Someone should teach him a lesson to clean up his toys after he's done playing.
I think we've reached the end of this conversation.
I think we've reached the end of this conversation.
What is this?
Looks like a scrap of paper. I'll get it, sir. Let's see. Oh, there's something written on it.
I brought the 3 pieces of evidence by, just like we talked about on the phone, but it looks like you're out. Guess I'll catch up to you later. Buddy.
Looks like it's a note from the victim.
Yeah, and it's for Mr. Portsman.
Basketball, tennis, is it really? Oh. I fear for his paycheck with the way that he jokes with Edgeworth. It's okay. You have to remember that Gummy is still also in love with Mr. Edgeworth too.
What's this?
What are you looking at, sir? Oh, hey! How about a game?
That's okay, Detective. I just found the position of this hoop to be a little off.
Hey, you're right, sir. I guess it shifted when someone made a seriously sweet slam dunk.
The positioning of the hoop is definitely unnatural. I'd better take a note of this. Poking around in this hallway has actually paid off quite handsomely.
Huh? Hey, how so, sir?
In a variety of different ways. I think it's time that we had a little chat with the real culprit of this case.
You know who the killer is? Wow, Mr. Edgeworth!
As long as my logic is sound, then yes. The mastermind behind this murder is none other than Mr. Portsman!
What? Mr. Portsman?
I knew it! That's exactly what my logic senses were telling me, too! I suspected it was him from the instant he accused Mandy of being the killer, sir!
That is anything but logical. Lady and gentleman, prepare yourselves. Come what may, it's time to knock on truth's door.
This guy is so dramatic. Damn. If only this game had anime cutscenes. Imagine how cool it would have been. Like, Dual Destinies was full of so many. I'd scream at every anime scene, right? I really want to watch the Ace Attorney anime. I feel like we need to have a watch party for those. Especially now that I finished the Phoenix trilogy. Edgeworth was definitely a theater kid Edgeworth was a drama kid growing up.
March 14th, 5:12 a.m. High Prosecutor's Office, Room 1202.
Mr. Portsman, I finished processing the bloody letter, sir. All right. Let me take a gander at it. Pass it here. Oh! Okay, looking good. You there. Take good care of this. Well, if it isn't Detective Gumshoe.
End of the line for you, Mr. Portsman. We've got you now.
Call off your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke?
It's no joke. We know, Mr. Jacques Portsman, that you are the guilty party in this case.
You must be pretty upset getting chased out of your own room. I'd be mad too. So I guess you can stay. If you promise to stay out of our way.
You intend to hide your crime under the guise of a prosecutor doing his job? I can see right through the unsightly, paper-thin mask that you wear upon your cowl.
Who'd ever thought that it would come to this? Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? The legendary prosecutor who never lost a single case for 40 long years. There was always this incessant chatter about forged evidence with that guy. Forged evidence, wow, it's not like I heard anything about that within the recent past few months. Really teaches me that I've got to stay on the lookout for false accusations, you know?
Are you done trying to play mind games with me? Because they will not work. The only thing you should be using that mouth of yours for now is explaining yourself. Although that too will only dig your hole deeper. Either way, your game is up.
Wait. How do I can hide? Why does it look like Edgeworth's right hand is giving the middle finger? Like on your screen it looks like the left hand, but it looks like he's giving the middle finger. Well, aren't we full of ourselves? Even though you've yet to prove anything.
Mr. Portsman's rebuttal.
I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit, you know. Besides, how, may I ask, do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? Looks like I feel bad doing this to you, but I've got work to do, so we're done here.
Sorry, but we are not finished. Yet.
Boy, you're stubborn. I suppose you're basing your accusations on something?
Hold it! Hold it!
Was I muted this whole time?
Doesn't change the fact that the evidence doesn't point to me as the killer. I need to have a Wendy Williams, the killer sound effect. How long was I muted? Oh my gosh.
Hold it! Unfortunately, I believe I have already shown how earlier.
30 okay, never mind. Your speculations mean nothing, as I still insist that I could not gain access to your room.
What should I do now? Should I raise an objection?
Of course, always. Before I save my game, or after I save my game.
You claim to have had no way to open my door. However, is that really the honest truth?
I'll humor you. Go ahead, shoot.
Very well then. I propose that you use this to open my door! Take that! Take that! I believe that you were able to open my office door. With the master key, no less.
Objection! Wait. Hold on for a sec. Wait, was that Clavier's objection? I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know.
Precisely. You were able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did, but only to direct. That's right. You used your finger to direct this person to open my door with the key. Take that! Take that! You would ask Miss Bird to open your own office door for you, yes?
Yeah? I kinda forgot my key at home. Happens a little bit too often for my taste, you know?
But the room that you had Miss Bird open at that time was not your own, was it?
What? You've got quite the imagination. But why don't we ask the girl here herself whose door she opened, shall we?
I'm certain it was Mr. Portsman's door, sir.
Why does Portsman look like Yosuke if he was successful in life? He's about to not be successful in just a bit.
I checked the number plate to make sure I was opening the right door, sir.
See, Miss Bird backs up my story.
And what if you had misled her, to fool her into thinking what you wanted?
And how do you suppose I did that?
By switching the number plates on our doors, for example.
That's right. They do slide out pretty easily.
Furthermore, you then use the other thing to give a very strong impression. That the door she was opening was yours and not in fact mine. What was it that Mr. Portsman used to make Miss Bird think that it was his room?
Oh, the basketball. Because he moved the basketball hoop.
Take that! Take that!
What? The basketball hoop, sir?
It's quite the peculiar fixture in any hallway, let alone a hallway in this building. Which is why it left an unusually strong impression on you. It's an object perfectly suited to sit just outside of the office in a peculiar prosecutor.
That's very true, sir. But there was a basketball hoop sitting there. I thought the door I was opening had to be Mr. Portsman's.
There are signs that the hoop has been moved. You sit it in front of my office, to be sure.
I see. So that's how you throw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture's a little off the racetrack.
Conjecture's rebuttal.
Now you're just spouting nonsense! I had the girl open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me!
So he intends to claim his innocence to the end, does he?
I'm as pure and innocent as my jacket. And Miss Bird is as dirty and gullible as the jacket that she wears.
My jacket's not dirty, I'll have you know. I just washed it yesterday.
Please calm down, for I intend to show who is the one truly covered in slime here.
Hold it!
I love hearing DS Edgeworth. Hold it!
Nonsense, you say?
Yes, because I am telling the truth here.
Hold it!
Using the master key, of course.
Sure, you have a problem with that? That is what the master key is for, right?
Perhaps we should place it in an elaborate labyrinth of some sort for people like you.
Hold it!
And what were you doing in your office?
I was doing my usual training regimen.
Training regimen? Were you going through your law books from start to finish?
Mainly batting practice and some weights. Oh, and I jog when I get the chance.
Wow! You must be the roughest prosecutor we have.
Gummy, have you looked at anyone else in this universe? Hello there, good to see you playing this game now. I've played the first game, but never the second. I hope you enjoy the game to the fullest. Thank you so much, BB Gamer. Yeah, so we're finishing up this case today, and then we're gonna finish Dual Destinies before we continue on. But if we finish this case really early, I might start the second case.
With the weakest legal muscles, it would seem.
I was doing my usual workout, so... Oh, and also happy Edgeworth Coming Out Day.
Hold it!
I think I've given you quite a few reasons, actually.
Objection!
That sounds like Clavier. But none of these would stand up to their own.
Objection!
The Edgeworth objection!
Objection! Then what about all the evidence? Objection!
It's all circumstantial! No judge would convict on such flimsy evidence!
He seems to be trembling a little.
Moon, thank you so much for following and joining the Konstellations. Welcome in. Man, I love the Ace Attorney jingles that I have. It legitimately sounds like Ace Attorney jingles.
One more little push. All I have to do is find the flaw in his testimony.
I love the new arrangement for the music. I need to have the arrangements for the second game. I'm so excited to get to that game. I'm so happy to be playing this with you guys. Please, please, please buy this game if you can. Honestly, it's not that badly priced too, considering that technically the second game is a new game. Right now, the price on release is $43.99. So I think it's $39.99. It's $39.99 and then with tax, you know, right? So $20 per game is not that bad. And it's obviously going to go on sale sometime, but if you guys can, I would definitely support the release within the first month, just to give Capcom a little signal of like, hey, we want more Ace Attorney games. Why is the date 9/10? Is it? Oh, you know what? I think I might have changed the date for some like Pokemon shenanigans. Let me go change that back. Thank you. It might not be... Yeah, okay, it was not connected to the internet. There we go. $20 for a game, just like Peglin. Yeah, you should give me $20 so that I could buy Peglin.
Hold it!
I'm gonna read this really fast.
Hold it! Objection! Objection! Objection!
I was in my room the entire time. Absent, thank you. Objection! An objection achievement?
That was a lie.
What are you talking about? How was that a lie? Oh, I never asked you guys the check-in question. My check-in question for you today is, what is one of your favorite game OST tracks? I was asking you guys this because I was listening to my friend Sater's stream and he was playing Final Fantasy X. And I was listening to the battle theme and I had so much nostalgia for that theme, especially for the newer versions of the game where it's like the orchestral version and you just hear this really sick bass line. I love good bass lines. I'm a slut for a good bass. Wildstar? From what?
This is a note that the victim left for you, Mr. Portsman.
A note?
It was left under your door. Or did you not notice? And right here, it says, but you're out. You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So then, where were you and what were you doing?
Ah!
Shall I explain it in full detail for you?
I have so many, but the one that composed for Leighton versus Wright and the Great Ace Attorney are my favorites. My favorite, you guys know this. I'm not a huge OST person, but one of my favorite OST track, one of my favorites that I can name anytime is Ryu Taro's Objection theme, specifically from the first case in Great Ace Attorney 2. It is such a great theme. Man, oh, I'm so excited. So I currently have a request from a composer to have them compose a Kieran Ace Attorney theme, and I'm really hoping that it comes in sometime soon, so that way I can use it for the streams. And even if I don't, even after we stream Ace Attorney, like I gotta do more. This is hard for me. Oh, I know you love OST's Fate. My favorite is from Unlimited Saga, followed by Final Fantasy 13 or 13-2. Actually, they're all really good. All of the early Ace Attorney OST tracks have become my study playlist. Law Students Rise? Well, first off, can we give a warm welcome to Moon for being new here in the chat? And second off, good luck with your studying. I would love to have you here, but I don't want to distract you from your... Well, it's the weekend. It's the weekend. But, yeah. Final Fantasy and Square Enix OSTs, it's so true. It's so true. Welcome in, Juan. I'm so sad. I think the Phoenix trilogy needs a remake or a remaster because A, we need chapter select because I need to be able to pull up the unnecessary feeling scene whenever I want. And also B, I would like to hear new arrangements of the Phoenix music. The first 13 game, Blinded by Light, is a really good battle theme. Thank you. Don't worry about my studies. I'm good for this week. All right. Then, yeah, feel free to sit back and hang out.
Shall I explain it in full detail for you?
One of my favorite tracks is Meaning of Birth from Tales. Oh, of course. Everyone loves Tales of Beavis. Just the way that karma follows you throughout the game, such as Melodies of Life from Final Fantasy 9. Or you mean 10? As a 14 bitch, I love a leitmotif. I'm glad to see you back on stream. I was streaming yesterday. Or 2 days ago.
You were busy snooping around in my room. The very room that you had Miss Bird open for you.
That's just nonsense! I wasn't smelling your boy smell. You have no evidence that I made the girl open your door for me.
Oh, but I do. I have very decisive evidence.
No way!
This is positive proof that you have Miss Bird open the door for you. Take that! I think you need to take a good look at this piece of evidence.
Please hold.
Objection!
My god, the OST's eating. Is this an arrangement or is this the original? Presenting the badge should always be the right option. Oh snap, I can't save my game.
Take that!
I had your door dusted for prints.
My door? What for? Come on, I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time.
You're right. I didn't find anything. And definitely not Miss Bird's fingerprints.
Her prints? What do they have to do with anything?
Let's put it this way. If she really was the one who opened your door, then her print should naturally be on the doorknob she touched.
Gah!
Further, all of the prints on my office door's knob have been wiped clean off. I can only assume it is because Miss Bird's fingerprints were on it.
Speak of the devil! I was literally just talking about your stream. Welcome in, Satyr! Expecting a raider, but it was me, Satyr! How are you doing, guys? Hiya, hey, hey. If you guys are new here, it's nice to meet you all. My name is Kieran. I am a magical boy idol VTuber as well as a queer Filipino-American voice actor for animation, anime, and video games. How is Final Fantasy X? So I was just saying that you were streaming Final Fantasy X, right? And my check-in question of the day, after we see your clip. After we see your clip. Where's the clip? 10 was getting you remember the 2000. So my check-in question of the day is, what is one of your favorite game OST tracks? And I asked this because I was listening to your stream and you're playing Final Fantasy X, right? Obviously one of the best games of all time. And I really love the battle theme from that game because A, it's really nostalgic, and B, it has a really, really good bass line. You know the part that goes, na 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 na, and then you hear this like bass line that goes like, boom, 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 boom. It's so good, and it's lived in my head for over like almost 2 decades. But yeah, if you guys need to go, please make sure you take care of yourselves. Go drink some water, give yourself a nice stretchy, and don't forget to take your meds if you need to. Otherwise, if you want to hang out, we are currently playing Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth Duology. It just released today, so today is Edgeworth's official coming out day. Congratulations, Miles Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth, we knew that you were a homosexual. Definitely a nostalgic battle theme. Think only 7 and 10 have instant recall for battle themes. I agree, they're both very iconic, but I also really like 9's battle theme. But yeah, if you have any other OSTs that you want to shout out, I know you love Yakuza, so I'm sure you have a lot of Yakuza songs that you want to shout out too. Feel free to let me know, but otherwise, we are currently in the middle of accusing a nasty, nasty man
For his crimes.
Yokohama Crack House.
I can only assume it's because Miss Bird's fingerprints were on it. Don't you think it's time you gave up your charade? We know you stole into my office with the intent of stealing something from me. And Detective Faith found you out. Possibly because he heard sounds coming from a room whose occupant was on leave.
Chrono Trigger OST, it's worth every second. I have Chrono Trigger on Steam because I was hoping to stream it sometime, but there's a million games that I really want to stream, so. If Chrono Trigger had like a Team Asano H2D HD remake, I would definitely play it.
Mr. Portsman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. And I had the misfortune to return when I did. You had to threaten me as you escaped. And as I said when you had the gun to my back.
Star Ocean Till the End of Time and Eternal Sonata. Oh my god, you and I are on the same wavelength right now because I've been streaming some of my PS3 games, right? And I really want to stream Eternal Sonata. I really, 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 really do. It's so fun. I have another friend who's a composer. His name's Raymond. He loves Chopin. So I really wanted him to come on so that we can talk about Chopin and just like music in general. So like, it's really cool to bring people that like work professionally in like different careers and like geek out about what they do. So I definitely want to play that sometime. But Star Ocean Till the End of Time is also a game that has aged like milk, and I love it so much. Da 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 da. Ugh, Sakuraba, the man that you are. I miss Eternal Sonata sometimes. There are a couple games from the PS2, PS3 era I wish I could get a port or Steam or something. I was gonna ask you that because you're playing Final Fantasy X right now. I was so curious what other retro games you were interested in streaming. Because my friend streamed this the past few years, but I'm really interested in playing through Xenosaga again, just because she was playing it and my YouTube algorithm was giving me a lot of Xenosaga because she's been playing .hack as well. And like, I just want to like, old games, right? Oh my god, even more lawyers. We have 2 lawyers in the room now. Goggle Candy, happy Edgeworth coming out day. Welcome in, welcome in. Well, we have one actual lawyer and one lawyer VTuber that I don't know if you're a lawyer IRL or not, but at least we have 2 lawyers in the room.
No one gets away with committing murder in my office.
And just what's so funny, pal?
Well, that took a look of stiff seriousness of the face off his office's finest prosecutor. As he makes a huge mistake, and accusing me is simply too much to bear. There's just nothing else like it in the world.
What?
Mr. Edgeworth just explained it all, and he even backed it up. You was a murderer. Stop trying to be so slippery and just admit to the crime already.
Xenosaga definitely. I never got to play 1, but I did 2 and 3. I believe 1 should still be pretty affordable. 3 is insanely expensive, but I think 1 you should be able to find for a decent price. Radiata Stories, Lost Odyssey, and Ark the Lad, Twilight of Spirits. I also really want to play Radiata Stories. I love PS2 era Tri-Ace. Dragon Quest VIII. How has Square Enix not ported Dragon Quest VIII to modern consoles? Dragon Quest VIII is only like their best one besides 11. Never letting you go of your copy of 3. I also owned Xenosaga 3, but I can't find the disc anymore. I still have the box, but I can't find the disc, so I'm kind of fucked. You like Dragon Quest? I like Dragon Quest 8, and I own 11, but I like Dragon Quest, but it's not necessarily the one for me, you know? You know Radiata stories? I've only ever met one other person who knew Raya. If I make these sound efforts, will you know exactly what I'm talking about? That's like the attacking efforts that Jack makes, and it just lives rent-free in my head. Yes, I love Radiata stories. Bro, you know me. I like niche JRPGs that no one cares about. I literally stream Arc-Rise Fantasia. Yeah, no, I own it. I still have my copy of it, and I have a capture card for my PS2, so we'll definitely play it sometime. Maybe I can bring you on. Every time I start Dragon Quest, I get distracted by the real Dragon Quests, Yakuza 7 and 8. Please play Yakuza Like a Dragon, the man who erased his name, and also Infinite Wealth. And try to look out for me, wink wonk. Radiata stories taught me that the church got hands. I kind of want to replay Eternal Sonata. That was Eternal Sonata. What a game. What a game. Both Eternal Sonata and Xenosaga are both so guilty of having like 30-minute cutscenes with no break in between. It's so great. I remember kicking every single dwarf and elf during the first 2 missions of the game. Well, I know exactly which route you chose when you played it.
Stop trying to be slippery and just admit to the crime already!
As I said earlier, it's all so circumstantial, so full of conjecture. You say you checked out my doorknob for prints? Well, I can readily confess that I had wiped that knob down well.
Eh?
I'm a little obsessive compulsive, you see. I didn't want to touch a doorknob that you had touched. Which is why I wiped the knob down as soon as I could after you opened the door. You're a non-human enjoyer. Jack would follow Ridley definitely. I played both routes, but talking to you makes me want to play it again. Anytime that I meet someone that actually knows a JRPG that no one cares about but me, I just feel so... I love the internet. It's like you and I were 2 stars that were separated from the sky, and we finally found each other again. It's such a great feeling. Like all these games that I played growing up that no one cared about. Like I never had a friend to talk to about them. And it's different now with the internet. Like if I talk about like Final Fantasy 16 or whatever, right? Like everyone in my life now has played it because of the internet, right? But I'm talking about like Radiata stories, Atelier Iris, Arc-Rise Fantasia, like all these games that no one gives 2 shits about. And if I meet someone that knows them, like you and I, we're gonna ride or die. Have you ever played Infinite Undiscovery? No, because I didn't have an Xbox 360 until very, very, very late into the life cycle. My brother once told me of an unknown yet really fun RPG for the SNES. Adventures of Horai High. It has a fan translation. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. There's a game that I liked that I don't think anyone has heard of called Tokyo Twilight Ghost Hunters. It's like a visual novel / strategy RPG. La Pucelle. I need to play La Pucelle because my friend is in it. Would you understand why I popped off at Phantom Brave getting a sequel? Of course. Phantom Brave, a game from like the Wii, getting a freaking sequel is crazy. You played Iris 2? Iris 2 is, I like, it's nothing special, but I still like it. La Pucelle Tactics and no one talking about it when I got a port. I'm excited. My friend plays Culotte in that game. After that, it makes perfect sense that only Jim's and my own prints would be on there.
You made that up just now, didn't you?
Furthermore, as for the note Jim left for me, you know exactly when that was. For all we know, he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like early evening, for example. Oh, is Batten Kaitos on sale right now? I want to get it on Switch. but I also want to get it on Steam because I want to I want to mod in the English dub.
You saying you failed to notice a note in your doorway?
I may be able to find my old PS2 games if I check my mom's basement. Should definitely repossess them. Please, 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 if you get them, please take a picture and show me them. I just want to geek out with you. Hey, even geniuses fail at times. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters, although that's no excuse. I'm sure there's a patch for it already.
No, that's just a flat-out lie. There's no way you didn't notice the note that size.
Oh, but you can't prove that, can you?
Say something, Mr. Edgeworth. Back me up here, sir.
Yeah. Portsman makes a good point. I can't prove that he did simply overlook it.
Besides, I have an airtight alibi.
Airtight, you say?
I only just realized that I had one as we were talking. I guess it would have been better for all of us if I had told you sooner. Welcome in, Yasmin. Bat and Kaitos. Dub. Oh my god, dub mod. That's like one of the first things you can find. Yep, okay, I think there is a patch. The fact that so many people are trying to make this happen when obviously it's like universally questionable. That makes me so happy. If memory serves, you came back to this office at around 2 a.m., correct? And it was then that you had the unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But at exactly what time? I was down in criminal affairs. Ask around. I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It is the perfect alibi.
Do you really think that that's perfect?
Like I said, I don't care. Ask around all you like. You'll see it for yourself.
Detective Gumshoe.
Sir, yes, sir! I'll go check out his alibi, sir. Be right back. Mr. Edgeworth, sir! I think we're in trouble. It's just like Mr. Portsman said. The guys down in criminal affairs said they saw him around 2 a.m.
You see?
All of the evidence points to him being the culprit. So there must be a contradictory point in his alibi somewhere.
Hold it!
You are correct. It was around 2 a.m.
Are you sure? It's really important to me that you're spot on with the time.
I remember checking my watch then, and make no mistake, it was 2.
Woohoo! Giving testimony like a pro. Okay, so you came back to your office at 2.
Hold it!
It is as you say. However,
Yes, however, you are the only one who claims to have bumped into the culprit. So tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me that you saw?
it was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see.
Objection!
Oh, come now. I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, why don't you?
I'm beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated here.
The holding gives me. I love DS Edgeworth's voice so much. I'm such a nerd. I love the little steel samurai just in the background of Edgeworth's office. And so the cutest thing about this is I was rewatching the end of Turnabout Samurai because I wanted to record the unnecessary feelings scene for a friend, right? I just wanted to record a little video for them. And in the dialogue for that scene, Edgeworth comes up to Powers and he says, "I'm a fan of your work." And Phoenix in his head says, "You're a liar." But knowing now, Edgeworth was actually geeking out so hard in that moment. And it's so cute that Phoenix just never knows. And that's why I love these games. I love getting to look inside Edgeworth's thoughts because he is A, gay, and B, neurodivergent. Oh well, it doesn't matter if you remember or not. It only matters that you ran into the culprit.
Hold it! So you paid the Criminal Affairs Department a visit.
Oh, and also the other important thing is in 1 second. Yup, right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight for the precinct.
Hold it!
The most important part. This man is a rectangle. Look at that brick house body of his. Absolutely no skintiness at all whatsoever. Mariah Carey could never possess this body because his shoulders are the size of 3 heads. And that is sex appeal. Edgeworth's the sweetest, dorkiest bean of the whole prosecutor's office. I love him so much more now. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it.
Well, we did go around and ask to confirm your testimony.
And it was just as I said, right?
Yes, sir. A number of detectives said that they saw you at around that time.
See? I have the perfect alibi. That's the ace I had up in my sleeve.
Ah! Impossible! He actually does have the perfect alibi.
What's wrong? Why the sudden sullen look on your face,
Can't you say anything back, Mr. Edgeworth?
I think we've reached the end of the line, and it's time to get off this crazy train. You there.
Sir,
Please escort the young lady out, but remember, be gentle. Later on in Lana Sky's trial, the Edgeworth says, "I hope personal feelings don't get in the way."
Maggie!
Detective Gumshoe!
Is there nothing I can do? There must be a way to turn the situation around. If only I had a clue. Did I miss something that can help me cast doubt on this alibi?
Oh no, Lastiel, you have to warn me when it's 6:50 because 7 o'clock is when Kiro starts his stream. Misaki, I don't know what you're talking about at all. They have zero chemistry whatsoever. They would not look good together at all, unlike me and Gumshoe. Yeah, Foods, welcome back.
I need to calmly think this through one more time, and with logic.
You want a harem, don't you? No. In the words of Sharpay Evans, I want more. I want it all. I want it, want it, want it. The fame and the fortune and more. Yeah, how could you say it was with Maggie? Misaki, you just haven't been here in a while, you know? the intruder I met could not have been Mr. Portsman, then who could it have been?
There were 2 bullets left at the scene of the crime. One that robbed Mr. Faith of his life. And one that nearly robbed me of my jacket. However, the murder weapon only shows signs of being fired once, meaning that it is entirely possible that a second gun was used in my office tonight. But seeing as how the killer had to steal Mr. Faith's gun, I doubt the killer had another gun up their sleeve. Therefore, the second gun could have been the property of an entirely different person. Which could mean that there was another person who paid a visit to my office tonight.
Shut!
Supposing there was yet another visitor tonight, that would also resolve the issue of why my shelves were upended twice. We know that the shelves were disturbed once before and once after the murder. So it shouldn't be much of a stretch to think that it was the work of 2 different people. Once by the person who stole the victim's gun, and then killed him with it. And once again after the murder by our second culprit, who was the owner of the second gun. If we suppose that the second culprit's gun was the one that was pointed at my back.
Objection!
His little point! Edgeworth, why are you pointing at Gummy's chest, huh? In front of all these people? You should be doing that behind closed doors.
Mr. Portsman, it seems that I need to amend my assumptions regarding this case.
Great! So you finally come to your senses, huh?
Mr. Edgeworth!
Sir, what are you saying?
This has to have been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start. I had assumed that the person I ran into was the killer, but that may not be the case.
What do you mean? Luke, are you here? If you're here, I need you to just say the killer every time that they say the word the killer. Because you have no idea how that silly little video that you introduced to us in Discord has changed our entire lives.
The person I ran into was just your average thief.
You have no idea how many times we've said the killer in the car together when we were together.
A thief? But, sir, doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts?
Not at all. It simply means that the killer was someone else. And it means that in actuality, 2 culprits stole into my office tonight.
What do you mean, 2?
I've known about the killer since birth.
It explains why both my shelves were disturbed twice, and now there were 2 guns. Mr. Portsman tricked Miss Bird and gained entry into my office.
Now you're just leading the argument. You still don't have any actual proof, you know?
If you could please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Portsman. In the end, if you really are innocent, you should have nothing to worry about. Now then, returning to my scenario, Mr. Portsman was out to steal something from me. Which is why he checked my secret safe and ransacked my shelves. This is the first time.
So then, this would be when the files were put back in the wrong order, right?
Correct. And then, just when he was about to look somewhere else, who should walk in but his own partner, Mr. Faith?
But why did Mr. Faith come into your room, sir?
He probably had business with Mr. Portsman, which is why he was in the area. But that's when he noticed some sounds coming from my office, would be my guess.
Oh, because you were supposed to be away, right?
And he must have thought it was odd, so he came into this office to check it out.
Correct. And as a detective, that was the right thing to do.
But when he came in, he found his own partner standing there.
Because it was Mr. Portsman. Mr. Faith probably let his guard down. But Mr. Portsman was not so merciful as to let him leave alive. He waited for a chance and stole Mr. Faith's gun from him. And then he killed him. He silenced Mr. Faith for catching him in the act of stealing.
And then they made a, oh, not the corpse, bleh.
This was the moment in which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Portsman wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he also left the fake dying message behind.
You're such a complicated troublemaker, you know that?
Well, if things were as simple as that, then all would be solved. However, there was yet another visitor to my room, and this is where it gets complicated.
There was another.
Visitor, sir?
Yes, and this person's objective was also to steal something from me. Now then, even after Mr. Portsman left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that. And so they stole the master key from the security guard's room. And then entered my room and searched through my shelves. This was the second time that they were disturbed, and it seems the thief has found their prize.
The stolen zero file, right, sir?
Correct. Only just as the thief was about to leave the file, I appeared. The thief then threatened me with their own gun and made their escape. The second bullet was fired during that brief encounter.
So the shell's getting messed up twice, and the two bullets. It was all because two different people were doing those things at two different times.
Precisely. Now, do you see, Mr. Portsman? The person I met was just a thief, and was not in fact Mr. Faith's killer. Your alibi for the time frame in which I ran into the other person is now irrelevant.
Because we now know that the murder took place during the first culprit's visit.
Objection!
What's so funny, pal?
Absolutely splendid. Your scenario explains everything.
Of course it does. It's Mr. Edgeworth, after all.
But you know, still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial. Supposing if, and that's a big if, it would indeed render my alibi, which has withstood scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant. But there is still one defining point of your argument for which you have no evidence. Your supposition that I was the quote-unquote first visitor.
Mr. Edgeworth, you can't let him get away with that, sir!
But he has a point. I have absolutely no proof at this point.
Don't say that, sir.
I don't believe this! Don't worry, Maggie. I'll do something if I must!
You know something? I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. Almost as if you were not heteronormative. If the person you met really was just a plain old thief, and if the man that you were in love with really just was another attorney, then why is that person not your main suspect, huh? That is, if your theory is correct.
Portsman's alibi, part 2.
That thief you ran into should be your real suspect, wouldn't you say? We should be out there looking for that thief right now. He might still be nearby. I hate to repeat myself, but as I've already said, I was training in my room. And when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at criminal affairs. So I can't be expected to know about what happened around here after I left.
So you think we should be out here looking for the thief?
Of course! Now isn't the time to be having these dead-end discussions!
I don't think it's at all dead-ended. I find your alibi to be quite fascinating. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? I know he's lying. I know he was here, at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it!
Alright, before we continue on with the interrogation, the cross-examination, I'm gonna take a quick little break because I gotta go use the bathroom. So, if you guys need to, go grab a snack, go use the bathroom, go do what you gotta do. We will be back in just a few moments, okay guys? BRB! All right, we're back. Let's do this, guys.
Sportsman's Alibi, Part 2.
Ooh, the music! Thank you guys for the welcome back. This literally sounds like something I would hear on DDR, or like one of those rhythm games, like Groove Coaster or something. Can you guys hear? Imagine, you're at Round 1 Arcade. You're at the section with all of the Japanese music machines. This is like something you would hear. You know that one game? There's like this one game at the arcade. It's like, I call it the VTuber game. I think it's called like Te to Te Connect. And you have like all these like, you have the giant screen. There's like a VTuber that's facing you. And then you have to like touch whatever like touch points that they touch.
Hold it!
Maybe like the cover art would have like some Toho girl on it.
Actually, no, I wouldn't.
Why not?
That's elementary. The dying message, of course. Mr. Faith's killer very clearly left those letters on the spines of those files. And it was after they were on there that the thief stole one of them.
You mean the O files, right?
And that's how we also know the letters themselves were a setup, and not from Mr. Faith.
The touchscreen VTuber game, I played that one with the big bear guy. You mean the gorilla?
If the thief was the killer, do you think they would try to undermine themselves?
Maybe the killer just didn't think of that earlier. Yes, that must be it. Maybe, just maybe.
Hold it!
I'm so happy. I went to round 1 with the manager sans, and I won. This is so off topic, but I have to show you guys. I won this really, really cute prize. Oh my god, wait, I have to like dig through my messages with Kiro, and we talk a lot. You made me bring it up, so I gotta pull it up now. Here it is. Maybe it's because they knew that I needed this, but the stars aligned when I did the claw machine for this because I got it on my first try, and it is so perfect, and I still have not taken it out of my car. But I also can't find it. Here we go. It's cinnamon roll in a skinned Carolphy outfit. Carolphy! Happy! The killer? What do you mean the killer? No. Oh, because I said that he skinned Carolphy? Maybe.
Once escaped, I highly doubt a thief would linger nearby.
Welcome in, Nano. Well, you never know. Maybe they didn't get what they were really after.
Oh? You talk like you know quite a bit about this thief.
Oh, it's nothing like that. I have no idea about anything, after all.
Hold it!
But according to Mr. Faith's note...
Hold on, I thought we already cleared that up. Didn't we say that Jin left that note for me in the early evening? If you have proof that he left it at a different time, say just before he was murdered.
I don't have any, no.
You see? So I insist again that it was in my office the entire time.
Hold it!
Why didn't you go in there with Mr. Faith?
Oh, that's because he said he was tired and was going to take a quick nap. You know those sofas in the hallway? He likes to sleep on those. It's one of his habits.
And what of the evidence he brought?
They were things related to yesterday's case. Just 2 items, a gun and a pendant.
Interesting. This piece of testimony seems too crucial to let slip through the cracks.
So then it's this then, right? Can I just go for it right away?
Objection!
Oh, no. I thought I could just bypass it, you know? Where's my food? Did I? No, I still have one more chicken left.
Hold it!
A gun and a pendant?
Yes, this gun, which was the murder weapon. And this pendant, which belonged to the victim.
And why were you taking them to criminal affairs?
There was something in a past case file I wanted to compare these two. But all that has nothing to do with this case right now. Anyway, I believe you'll find the long paper trail I left to be your satisfaction.
This is all matching up with what Detective Gumshoe found out.
Hold it!
I can't expect you to know, can I?
Nope. But I guess you can expect me to take a guess based on logical deductions.
Oh? Then let's see you deduce.
Jim waited for me to leave and then stole the master key. For the purpose of sneaking into your room, of course. And that's when Miss Bird caught him red-handed, and the murder occurred. It's all exactly as I laid out earlier.
I know he's lying. I know he was here at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it.
So I still think this is the one, but I have to save my game again. Oh, 3!
Objection!
Only 2 pieces? I believe the proper phrase here is, you fail.
Excuse me?
You fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Portsman.
As you intend to keep evidence hidden from me.
What are you talking about? I haven't hidden anything from you.
Well, here's a piece I think you should read. Carefully.
It says that Mr. Faithful's bringing 3 pieces.
Yes, and this is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Portsman.
I can't believe to get tripped up by simple arithmetic.
Where is the missing piece of evidence?
It's...
You have it, don't you? Only the guilty would make such a face.
Detective Gumshoe! You don't have to say it, sir. I'll pat the guy down from head to toe. I am really good at touching men.
Don't come any closer! I'm warning you!
This is all part of the investigation, pal! So don't even think about stopping me! Hey! What's this? He had this on him, sir!
Despite what you said, it would appear that you do have something to hide.
But why would he hide something like that?
There's only one reason why anyone would hide evidence of this caliber. Because it would unequivocally point to that person himself as the real killer. Let's examine this videotape in a little more detail.
For the section of the tape that will drive the last nail into his coffin!
The KG8 incident.
That's a police case number, sir. Does that mean this video's evidence from that case?
Interesting. However, what's recorded on this isn't what's important right now. Let's give the casing a thorough once over.
Oh! That's blood, isn't it?
Yes. And I believe this is what the good prosecutor was trying to hide from us. This blood is still fresh.
You mean this might be Detective Faith's blood?
No, 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 no. Does anyone know what I'm referencing? You've got it all wrong!
No amount of denial can save you. We have but to run a blood test to find the truth. You told us that you have received evidence from the victim earlier. Now you will tell us when and how did the victim's blood find its way onto this video?
No, it's Jessie J just doing a riff, because that's what Jessie J does, right? She loves saying no.
Yeah, it's totally suspicious.
Was it at the moment of his death?
Did Detective Faith have this videotape on his personage when you killed him?
You know very well there's no way to prove that!
Not even if we were to examine this tape for fingerprints. If I had to take a guess,
I'd say that the only ones on here would belong to the murderers! You and Mr. Faith!
No! Impossible! I
March 14th, 5:47 a.m. High Prosecutor's Offices, Room 1202.
Mr. Portsman has been placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith, sir.
Very good.
And the results we got back from the lab techs on the tape turned out to be real solid, sir. The blood work came back and it definitely was Mr. Faith's blood on there. And as a bonus, they were also able to lift a few of Mr. Faith's fingerprints as well.
Thank you both so very much, Mr. Edgeworth. I still can't believe I got to see your cool deduction skills outside of the courtroom. I'm impressed beyond words, sir.
It was nothing. I'm just sorry you got caught up in a murder in my office. Please accept my apologies.
Aw, it was nothing, really. Compared to what I've been through, I mean. I consider myself lucky that it was only a burglary and a murder this time, sir. If it had been a hold-up or a hostage situation, I'd thrown my hands up in the air. I think I'm finally raising up from the goddess of misfortune to just an unlucky person.
Something tells me we should have hired a different person for security detail.
you know something, sir? That Mr. Portsman really was one corrupt prosecutor.
And why would you say he was corrupt?
Well, I heard there were a number of suspicious things related to his court cases. There's even rumors about how some of the evidence he uses is forged, sir.
Forged evidence, huh?
All right. Can any ace... Let me look this up. Did this game come before Apollo? Edgeworth Investigations. This was released February 16th, 2010. Apollo Justice the game. No, Apollo came out 2008. Okay, so this game came out after Apollo. So the forged evidence storyline started there then. Okay.
And then they say he even decided to not prosecute a few cases for some really vague reasons.
Oh, that guy was a complete disgrace to the entire profession!
We never did get around to asking what his reason was for breaking into my office,
Yeah. Whenever we got near that topic, he just clammed up.
Although we can be pretty certain that it was to steal something.
This is just between you and me, sir, but there's a rumor that some sort of huge organization is involved behind the scenes.
Oh? Well, well. With Mr. Portsman not willing to divulge anything, it certainly lends credence to that rumor. It would seem that we haven't heard the last of this.
Oh? Mr. Portsman isn't the bad guy?
I didn't say that, but rather, there are still many more mysteries for us to solve. For example, we still haven't figured out who the significance to this piece of...
Oh no! I didn't save my game!
to this piece of evidence.
Take that!
The person who stole this file. The other villain of the night.
Yeah. I wonder who it was.
I hope you enjoyed the Giga Chat Edgeworth games. I am. Welcome in, Saint.
And what happened to the stolen pages? I wonder, who in the world was it that held me up at gunpoint?
Mr. Edgeworth, sir!
Yes?
I came across this while I was processing your office earlier, sir.
This card.
What is it, sir? Is that a bird or something on there?
It's not just any bird. It's the mark of the raven. A three-legged raven. Even you should know what this is, Detective.
Oh, it's about that thing, isn't it? That great thief everyone's talking about?
Yes. It is the mark of the great thief, Yatagarasu. Under the mark of the legendary bird, the Yatagarasu is a noble to the end. A modern Robin Hood. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appears and vanishes at will. Though we don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know its targets. The Yatagarasu likes to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. The theft is always performed in silence and always with perfection. Once a target is chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement is sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found is sent out to the mass media, along with this simple card. Although it has been a while since the Yatagarasu's last appearance.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth! Look, something's written on the back! What? Let me see. It's the location of where the thief put the stolen files.
So, the person who stole the contents of the file was the Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu. Organization. Quite a few key words are popping up in this mystery. The murder in my office. The return of the great thief Yatagarasu. Looking back, I can't say I didn't see these events coming, for they were heralded by the incidents that began to occur 2 days ago.
Da 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 da. All right, we did it, guys! Episode 1, Turnabout Visitor, complete. Turnabout Airlines? So we'll go back and... Oh, okay, cool. Oh. Lesbians. Thank you for the care package, Ditsanel. Everyone, let's go ahead and stand up from our seats. We're gonna go ahead and twist our bodies to the left. Twist our bodies to the right. Let's stretch our arms straight up to the sky. Roll out that right shoulder. Roll out that left shoulder. Very slowly, very gently, let's roll out that neck. Let's take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Let's go ahead and drink some water. Thank you for taking care of me. Oh, that water is so hot. It's awful. So, I want to see him. I want to see him. Okay, so there are 5 chapters of Edgeworth. That's good. So we still have 4 more to go. Before we go and end for the day, new items unlocked in the... Oh! Wait. So the gallery unlocks things at a time? Okay, so these are the CGs. Jacques Portman. Oh, that's cool. We can literally see all of the actual... That's cool. Look at Buddy. He looks so cute. Maggie Bird. Wow, they had to literally hand draw every single angle. Oh, so that's what they're calling the cross-examinations, the confrontations. Mans literally has 13 sprites and Maggie only has 6. So that's cool. So, because it's going to be a little bit till we come back to this game, I do want to go ahead and just check out the first bit of the second chapter. So we'll watch the preview, the opening cutscenes, and then we'll call it a day. Episode 2, Turnabout Airlines. Five chapters of Edge, and then 5 more chapters of Edge.
Episode 2, Turnabout Airlines. The murder that occurred in my office. The return of the great thief Yatagarasu. Thinking back, everything began on that fateful day 2 days ago. Yes. Everything began high up in the air, 9,000 feet.
Thank you for flying Go-U Airlines. We are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. We are asking all passengers to please return to their seats and fasten their seatbelts.
God, I hope nobody took off their shoes and socks on that plane. Oh, goodness gracious. Nanobits, you don't even know the bit of it. Oh my god, Edgeworth's fucking dead! This is why he's in Among Us now!
March 12th, 6:13 a.m. Flight G390. First floor. Lounge. Why do I feel like I just woke up from a horrible nightmare? $6:13, huh? Guess I was out cold for about 10 minutes. Huh. Slight turbulence indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. For your safety, we ask that you return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts.
Black Rabbit, thank you guys so much for the raid. Welcome in, gamers. Hiya, hey, hey. If you guys are new here, it's nice to meet you all. My name is Kieran. I'm a magical boy idol VTuber, as well as a queer Filipino-American voice actor for animation, anime, and video games. How was your stream? Can we please get a shout out for Black Rabbit? Welcome in, Raiders. Hello, hello, hello. What were you guys up to? Praise Attorney, yeah!
Seriously? Like... No!
Are you
That's
kidding
not
me?
short!
No.
Oh my god!
Oh.
No!
Let's go for Mimo's body.
Yeah.
Oh my
it's a
god!
little-
Is that Firefly? Wait, is that a Firefly in Phasmophobia?
You...
Why? We had another cat!
I know, it's okay. Okay.
There's a thing, yeah.
God. Don't even. Go get the
Oh,
cat.
crap.
Go get the cat. Just go get the
Go
cat,
away.
dude.
Yep,
Go
leave.
away.
Oh, Lethal. I keep
What
on
is that?
mistaking them. You know, it is what it is.
Just
All right, but yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. We're actually gonna finish up soon. We just finished up the first case in Edgeworth Investigations. Also, everyone, please give a warm congratulations to Miles Edgeworth because he just came out today. That's right, the Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations duology is now officially released on, I don't know, like Switch, PS4, 5, and the Xbox and Steam and all that. So if you guys want to, you guys can play it. He's out. He's out now. He's available. But yeah, we're just checking out the first cutscenes for the second case because we're going to be stepping away for this game from a bit. But yeah, thank you guys for the raid. I really, really appreciate it.
I suppose turbulence is to be expected on a flight. Though admittedly, I am less than comfortable with anything resembling earthquakes. What's this? A travel wallet? But it's not mine. How did someone else's travel wallet wind up in my pocket? My head. Why won't this headache go away? I'll take care of this travel wallet later, or hand it off to an attendant. From earthquake-like turbulence to an elevator.
Oh. Oh no. Oh. Oh, sweetie. Oh. If you know, you know.
What am I doing hesitating like this? Actually, I know full well why I hesitate. It was when I was still but a young child.
Now he's unpacking his trauma!
I was caught up in a murder that happened in an elevator. But how long am I going to let my past haunt me? It's just an elevator. I'm a grown man now. I need to behave like one. What the? What in the world happened?
Is there something wrong, sir? I must ask that you please return to your...
Ah! He's dead!
Please, calm down. We mustn't jump to conclusions without all the facts.
What's wrong? Did something happen? You murderer!
No! You have it all wrong! It wasn't me!
Oh, that's juicy. That's juicy. Oh my god. Wait, look at him in the corner over there! Oh no, not the bondage. Oh wait. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Wait, where's the screenshot going? Oh. Oh my god. Well, I think this is the perfect way for us to finish off, guys. Anyways, that's gonna be it for Edgeworth today. Let's go ahead and talk for a little bit before we call it. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for joining me. As always, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope you guys had fun celebrating Miles Edgeworth's coming out with me. I'm so looking forward to playing more of this game. It has been such a blast so far already. This plane is the equivalent of that prison cell of Ghost Trick. Oh no. Had lots of fun. I'm so happy to have you here, Aaron. Guys, please make sure you check out 03 Rin. They are a really fantastic artist and friend of mine. They love Ace Attorney, but they also especially love Great Ace Attorney. So if you haven't already, please make sure you follow them on Twitter to get some good old arts. So I have a quick little funny story where they were at Anime Impulse, right? And they DM'd me being like, hey Kieran, can you come by my table? I made some Phoenix Wright stickers. And I was like, of course, I totally want to go, right? And I'm like walking around Artist Alley, and I was walking and just looking and shopping, right? And I stopped by this table and I just see Phoenix Wright, and I'm like, oh, Phoenix, you look so cute. And I got so distracted by Phoenix that I didn't realize that I was at her table like an idiot. But that was a lot of fun. And yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. If you guys are new here and want to keep up on all the socials, please feel free to on Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at Atelier Kieran. Yeah, I'm so happy that you came today. I hope you can come by again soon too. If you guys want to join the Discord, the link is down there. Anyone's welcome to join as long as you guys are over 18, but you guys need to be adults if you're watching me, or else. Glad to be a new follower. Thank you for streaming. Thank you for joining us, Moon. Yeah, we had quite a few new Ace Attorney fans join me today. I'm really appreciative of that. So the good news is we will be playing more Ace Attorney tomorrow. Tomorrow morning at around 10 or 11 a.m. PST, we will be starting episode 4 of Apollo Justice, aka I'm gonna be crying my fucking eyes out because we get to meet the man that I love, the man that hooked me onto Ace Attorney, and I learned that he does not get one word in. So if you guys know who that is, keep hush because I'm still playing blind. We're playing Dual Destinies, my bad. We're playing Dual Destinies. So if you guys know who's in Case 4 of Dual Destinies, then you guys know I'm gonna lose my shit. But anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for that. But yes, I know exactly who I have to send you guys to, because he literally just went live, and I never get the chance to do this, and I know some of you guys here might know who he is. We are going to be rating my dear friend Nine Su, otherwise known as Nenu. He is currently literally drawing Soul Bad Guy right now, so if you guys like big beefy bar artists, you guys might know who he is. And go ahead and give him some love, send him some hellos, hiya hey heys. If you have access to the emotes, give him some blankies. And yeah, he's drawing Soul Bad Guy, so please feel free to check him out because he's a really good friend of mine. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for some Dual Destinies, and if not, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves, take care of the others around you, be nice, and I love you guys. To Kieran! See you tomorrow, guys! Bye-bye!